My name is my name is Darren Bradley. I'm going to begin my taping assignment by doing the buddy taping of the fingers. So I wasn't actually able to buy the half-inch tape, but I've just ripped off tape from a larger roll, from a 1.5-inch roll. It's not actually the Johnson & Johnson tape like you recommended, so I'm actually having, as a first-time taper, I'm actually having a little trouble ripping and making the rips clean, especially with the other assignments where you don't want any bubbles to cause blisters. So we'll just put those two fingers there. We can't put so we're going to pretend this finger is the injured finger. We're going to tape it to the longer finger in case, such as in volleyball, if he was blocking, the ball would have a tendency to go off the longer finger as opposed to the shorter and injured finger. So keep them together. Start the tape on the top, and we're going to wrap this around 3 times. 3 times. So we got once, fairly tight, twice, and 3 times, and then we're gonna rip it on the top here. Like I said, it's a little hard to rip, so we keep the rip portion on the top so that if the balls hit the front of the fingers, the tape will have less of a tendency to peel off the fingers. So we've got, it was more proximal here, we'll do some more another distal section, more distal down the fingers. And again, we'll start on the top, and the same process, we just go 3 times around and then tape on the top. Fairly tight again, but not so tight as to inhibit circulation. There's 1, 2, twice around, and then 3 times around. Here, just move your hand up a second. And there we go, on the top. Just fold that back a little bit. And there we go, show the range of motion, both fingers. There we go. All right, thank you. All right, this is Darren Bradley again. Oops, sorry, just trying to get the camera aligned right here. There we go. Darren Bradley again. I'm about to do the wrist taping. Hopefully we get this, here, let me just get this in view. I'm going to make it a little smaller so we have more leeway. There we go. So I'm going to apply the pre-wrap first for this wrist tape job. Nice pink wrap. Go around, whoops. Come around again. Alright. And make sure we keep our fingers wide apart so the wrist is as wide as possible. That way we don't scrunch the wrist up and make it uncomfortable for the player. Put down a couple of anchor strips here. Fairly tight around the wrist, but not too tight. Again, I wasn't able to get that Johnson & Johnson tape, so I'm having trouble ripping this stuff cleanly. Okay. And sorry, I'm going to keep checking the angle here. You keep your hands spread apart there a little bit. And then we'll go again, trying to get a 50% overlap. Okay. We'll do one more. Okay. And now we'll start the other direction. I'm going to wrap around and come through the hand there, Just want to make sure the angle's correct. So we'll start the opposite side here, come through underneath, and we want to pinch the tape a little bit right here so that it doesn't cut the inside of the hands. And then as I come over the top, rather than just pulling it taut like you said, I'll squeeze the skin there a little bit and then pull it over, then come around again, and then up here. And we'll do one more, same way. Come around. It's a little bunched in there, but I guess that's because I actually bunched the tape there. So I'll get a little more. There we go. Coming through, squeeze over the top. Over the top again. Okay, maybe show the hand a little bit there. I'll zoom in a little bit. There we go. So it's fairly smooth. And then I'll do a couple of cover-ups, maybe 3 cover-ups, just to make it look clean. Again, ending on the top. Again, having troubles getting that to be a nice clean rip. I don't want it, I guess it doesn't matter too much if it's bubbled, unlike the foot, but and it's on the top, so it's just a cover. And then we'll do another one right here. Alright. And I'll do one more on the top so it's overlapping over slightly onto the arm and over the pre-wrap so that the whole thing doesn't slip. And there we go. So you could check the range of motion a little bit, bend the whole wrist. Doesn't bend too much, not the full range of motion anyways. And that's it for the wrist wrap. All right, Darren Bradley again. Going to be doing the taping for the shin splints right now. So I've got my pre-wrap and I've got my 1.5-inch tape. I'm going to lay down some pre-wrap. So I've got a right foot here, and as you had in the video, the pain is going to be somewhere around in here for the shin splints. Like you said, if it was up here, it's probably another issue. So we're going to try not to tape the meatier part of the calf, just this area right about here. That'll cover with the pre-wrap first, hopefully smoothly. Okay, doesn't want to stay there. Hold. Okay, so we've got the pre-wrap down. Let me just check the camera angle, make sure we're good. And then start laying down probably 4 or 5 strips. Start at a fairly steep angle, and we're going to start laterally, and when we pull up on the medial side, that's when we apply a little more pressure. so that we get the nice tight tape job right over top of the area of pain on the shins there. Okay, smooth out the bubbles from the tape, or from the ripping there. Again, try for a 50% overlap. Smooth it out a little bit. Out, and then we'll do a fourth one, getting a little steeper as we go up the shin with our starting angle. There we go. And we'll do one more overlap again, starting bottom once again, pulling up again on the medial side as we come through. There's probably a trick to getting that a little better, which I don't know. Okay, that's two. Get our third. Oh, let me rip this off. Here's our third. And then our last one again. Okay, and that's the shin splints tape job. Darren Bradley doing the arch taping. So I will begin with the pre-wrap. Getting in the way of the camera here a little bit, I think. So we'll begin with the pre-wrap. Take it off. I'm just going to check the camera to make sure the view's okay. Alright, that's good. So the pre-wrap's applied. Now I don't have any of the sticky tape that you talked about, so I'm just going to use the 1.5 inch tape, being sure not to pinch the foot in too much, or if at all. I'm going to take this off if I can. And start again from more around the foot rather than tape it on the side and have the shoe catch it there. So put it on the top, around. There we go. Okay, and now I will begin the teardrops. Let's see, hopefully I have the right angle here. Can you maybe move your foot? Yeah, let's go right there. So I don't have 1-inch tape, so I just did the cut. Spliced it like you said. Start over the big toe, wrap it around the ankle, and come back up to where I started from. Doing my best to avoid any wrinkles. Alright. Go again, 50% overlap. Again, coming around the ankle, not overlapping the Achilles. And we'll do one more, fourth one. Okay. Make sure the camera's okay here. Alright, I'll zoom in a little bit on the, can you tilt the foot, there you go. I'll zoom in a little bit on the arches if I can here. There you go, on the arches, or the teardrops I mean. There, I'll go back and now I'm going to use the 1.5-inch tape again. Start on the medial side, or sorry, the lateral side of the foot, and cover up. Pulling up when I get to the medial side, pulling up, so that's going to give the support to the arch. Trying to cut it. Alright. And again, 50% overlap. Again, leaving it open on the top of the foot, but pulling it up on the medial side to give the necessary support. And again. Alright, and then one last one. Okay, that looks pretty clean. And again, I don't have the sticky tape, so I will just pretend like the pre-wrap is the sticky tape. Start up here. Wrap it around. And that is that. I won't go over the ankle like you had done. But we'll stop just in this area right here is what we'll cover. So there it is. The arch tape done. This is Darren Bradley beginning ankle taping. I don't have those lace pads to put on the heel and up top here, so we're just going to pretend that I already have put them there. We'll start with the pre-wrap. Come around. I should probably take my tie off. Sorry. Around again. Okay, whoops. And we'll cut it off right up here. Sorry, ties in the way here. All right, we find the bone over here, and I will put the anchor strip down there, starting on the top of the foot. Up. Here. I'm actually going to put one on the skin as well, slightly over the skin, so it doesn't slip. Alright, and now I'm going to begin the stirrups. And with the stirrups, I'm going to start on the medial side, come up under the foot. As you said, most of the sprains that occur are with the inversion of the foot, so we're going to slightly evert the foot to shorten the ligaments here, so it's less prone to spraining. So we'll start over here, come up under the foot, pulling a little bit as we come up. Push it down a little bit here. Make sure it's nice and straight. Not many wrinkles. And then we'll anchor that down. We'll do one more. Underneath. Alright, there's the second stirrup. And we'll anchor that down as well. Alright. Now we want to cover the ankle here. We are going to just cover off the rest of the ankle that's exposed. Coming through. Other side, getting low on tape here. Okay. I think I'm actually going to figure out a tape. Okay. Okay. So just continue to cover up the ankle here. We'll put that more on the top. Come around. Up on the top of the foot. Do some more. Okay. So I'm just going to cover up the last section here as much as I can. My terrible ripping has caused yet more wrinkles. Okay. Alright. Now we're going to get into the malleoli. Start in the lateral portion right here. Going across the Achilles. Coming up under. Back to where we started. And we're going to do 2 of those. Across the Achilles, up and underneath, back up. Alright, those are the 2 on the lateral side, and now we start medially. Above the medial malleoli, we come across the Achilles, up and under the ankle here, over, back up to where we started. Try to get this ripped. Not very fun to rip this stuff, but alright, so that's the first one. And now, start at much the same angle again. Across the Achilles, around the ankle, and back up. Smooth this off before rip it. There we go. And then that's the 2 malleoli. Now I do the figure 8 pattern, just checking the camera to make sure it's still on. So start at the top of the foot. We come under, we go around the ankle here, back up onto the top, into the center again. And then we close it off here. And then we tie up any loose ends we may have. Do one over here. Check the camera. I think my batteries might be going a little low. Here, let's move the foot into the range there. Sorry, with the shake. And then we'll do one right here. Do it a little nicer. Good there. We'll do another one right here. And that's it. That is the ankle tape.